Hmm. Well, for sure. What's up, man? Whew. Let's get it done. Let's do it. Okay. What are you up to, man? You're going back to work, just had lunch. Gotcha. Go sleep. Go sleep. Dude, go sleep. You need sleep. I don't know how you're up. Middle of the night, you get 2-3 hours of sleep and you're fine. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. It's too much, man. Yeah, it does help. Those short naps do help. I agree with that. Still, it's rough, man, not getting sleep. Brush I'm looking for. I need to start separating my dagger brushes. I've spent more time trying to find them than I have actually painting with them. Too many brushes. Too many. Oh wait, there's one. Oh, that's not one. Let's take this one for now. She streamed? I missed it. Damn it. Get this. Use that one. Turn it down. This song. I always skip this song. It was number 4, I know. I need to get rid of it. Say that again probably next time it plays, because I always forget. Needs to be toned down more. Let's go with this value. See how that looks. I wanted to fix that top piece. The brush I was using for that is this one. Maybe. I think. She was using, yeah, my saying's chroma. I made up chroma, right? She's so funny because she's so inquisitive with everything, and that's a good thing. You know, she really is. She's extremely. She needs to understand everything. It's not enough just for her to. She would make a very good scientist, I think. She'd make an extremely good scientist. Let's do this. Turn that down. Maybe come in with a little bit more precision with this brush. Let's see how that works. Follow that. ramp up to that. It's opinion about 4 or 5 hours. Gotcha. Good. At least it's something, you know. You're on the right track with everything, and you have to keep in mind the stuff. And I think you do. It takes a lot of time, and sometimes you go backwards, and it's not always like a forward path. And it's extremely important to always make sure that you're like staying on track, staying on the path, staying on the right path is extremely important. Like that's actually the best strategy you can use, because there's always going to be, you might be on the right path and be messing up some, and that's okay. You're on the right path, right? A lot of people, it might be that, they pulled something off, but they're kind of forming a bad habit to get it done. And a good example of that would be just modeling one area and then building off that modeled area to everything else. And they might actually get the shapes correct, but you want to build everything up at the same time, because in future projects, it would be it's extremely difficult sometimes to always get the shapes right. And, it's just stuff like that. I remember studying, one big thing was like when you first start training, you can't see everything that needs to happen. You think you can, but as you train, your eye gets more precise because it's just grueling practice. And so you can see things like paintings start looking different to you after a while. You start becoming more pretentious, and you start becoming more picky with things because things stand out more in your brain. And you start seeing the subtleties in it, and it gets on your nerves. But when you first start, you don't have this. And so what really a lot of beginner artists do is they get caught up in shading, and they say, that one's so modeled, it looks really cool. But somebody who's more is trained can go through and see that the modeling isn't really that good modeling. It's kind of it's like a polished turd, is what Daniel Graves always used to say. You're polishing a horrible piece. And, so that was a big thing, like when people first started. So it was weird because when you start, you're doing something extremely difficult, which is blocking it in. It's very counterintuitive to just getting things how it looks. And so it feels like you're going backwards, but really you're going forward, because those drawings don't look really as good as somebody who goes and just polishes things right off the bat necessarily. To my eye, I look at the polished stuff, I know where it's going, so it really stands out as something not good. So that's one of the tricky things about training like this. It's extremely difficult, and you kind of have to trust in the process. And another thing is not taking on several different types of learning at once. Like say the Loomis method is a very good method, I think. It's a very good method to learn. But you don't, in my opinion, don't want to be doing two at one time, because it's just like learning two languages at a time. I would think it would confuse you. It's easier to learn one than go for the other one once you have it. So, polished turd. That's what he, and we heard that a lot. He would actually say, you've essentially polished a turd. It's like, Just sitting there like, you can take it. Would we cry about it? No, we wouldn't cry. Were there nervous breakdowns at the school? Yes, there were, but we didn't cry for the most part. At least I didn't. Did you want to? Yes. All the time? Yes. Should I open that up just a little bit up top? Oka! Doing good, man. How are you? Trying to open this up just a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna purposefully blend this some, which might grade out a little bit. I'm okay with that. Let's grade that out. Rotate. That's fine. I just wanted a little bit more depth to it. I blended it a little bit because there's still high. The chroma was too high, so I actually brought it down and the value at the same time. And then from here, I can kind of cut out some pieces if I really need to. Slight variation. That technique doesn't always work, but did there. If it doesn't work, you just modify, shift, rotate, pivot, whatever you want to say. Woo! It's all right. Oka is the Warcraft master. He's a great lead. Controls many a person, including myself. Tried to defeat him for many a moon. It was actually a very fun time. It's nice. It works. Sweet. Sweet. Just a little bit. Let's go back to the palette. Oh, I wonder if y'all can see that. Maybe not, but not really doing that much right now. That's probably a good thing. That was a fun game. That was fun. All right. So this one. Let's see if this works. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. I'm going with a little bit more warm in a second. Same value, but warmer. Oh. Bring it down some. Cool it off a little. Let's try this. Warm it up some. Okay. A little bit more of a highlight. That's fun. just trying to get a little bit more texture, and this brush is good for that, but it's also be difficult to draw with. The other day, some young people were streaming talking about their art school called Sarah Swedish something art. I said, what? Thought the S stood for Swedish bikini. This is stupid. I want your money back. Might be a little too dark. Or too light. Put it down some. Needs red. casting a shadow right now. Dimitri, what's up? Yeah, if you could live in another country and place, where would it be? I love Italy, but that's a very good question. That's a very good question. I'd love Italy, but I don't want to live there. And a lot of it's because it's just nostalgic for me. I would look back and remember a different time, and I would miss that time. That's the type of person I am. It's not an indictment on the country. The country's a great country, I think. I also love where I live. I don't know. I'm not sure I've ever been asked that before. That's a good question. And it's like, it's hard because there's so many places you think about, and like I've been for some reason on a K-drama kick on Netflix because they have such, like, the Koreans have it going right now. And so you see that stuff on Netflix, you're like, oh, I'd love to live there, but it's glamorizing everything, and that's not how it would be. You know, not everybody over there is going to be a supermodel like myself, which is a real problem since looks are everything. Everything. Absolutely 100%. I don't know. Switzerland, like I've been around Europe, and there's so many wonderful places. But then it's like whenever you decide to live there, you know, because for me, home is home. And some other place in America, I can't imagine. Now you got me thinking. You got me thinking now. I don't know. I don't know. Again, I lived over in Florence for a long time, but it's way different living there than it is just kind of living there. You know, like I kind of lived there. I would always go back home, but I can't imagine just, I don't know. What about you? What about you? How would you answer that? I'll think about it. Maybe I'll come up with an answer before Adam bit that apple from the tree of knowledge. Okay, I'll see you, buddy. But yeah, it's a very good question. It's a very good question. Very good question. That I just can't answer right now. Crazy. Is that actually the color, or is it? Oh my gosh, this is already tacky. Okay. I get to the point where I just kind of start making some of this stuff up. The apple Pie from the knowledge tree would be goated. Washington State is better than everything, you think so? Is that where you... Oh, that's Oka. That's Oka. Yeah. Oka loves his home, that bastard. Ya bastard. Those are some beautiful houses, but that's the thing. It's like there's. See, I love where I live, which could be a little bit of a rarity. Could be. Yeah, there are a lot of people dissatisfied where they live, which is understandable. But I've been very fortunate, I think. Sleepless in Seattle. Okay, sleepless in Seattle. So stupid. I'd say maybe Paris in the 20th century. Okay, so you can go time periods. Really a lot of science, art. Paris. Did you say the time periods? Checking the streams. If you could live in any other century. Oh, century. I'm an idiot. It's a very good. Okay. That kind of changes things up. And yet I don't know. Paris. Yeah, but it's the French. They're just the worst. You don't want to go to France. It's horrible. Let's see. Oh man, that's. You got me thinking now. It's all these choices with this. Have you seen Prince of Persia? That life seemed pretty cool with those guys, but if you're like a prince, if you have like that type of prestige and stuff, that would be pretty sweet. Prince of Persia that had Zach. No, not Zach. What's his name? Is it Zach? Anyway, he has a strange last name, which I know the name. I'm just blanking on it. What is this? Tough one. Connect. Connect 4. Do it. That looks stupid. That didn't work at all. Dang it. So what do? We go back in with the black? We simply correct it. Yes, we correct. Might have made it worse, but whatever. Oh. Okay, maybe, okay. I'm just going to chill and just actually paint without looking at this for a while. In fact, I'm gonna turn that off. A second. Actually, no, I'm gonna turn it back on. Because I might need that. That's a stupid move to turn off. But I'm gonna work the ground a little bit and go back to the sky probably. In the city of Paris on cargo ship to the East Coast, yes or yes. The city of Paris on cargo ship. I go to Paris. So if I could move the city itself on a cargo ship. Huh. Huh. Darken the sun. Darker, 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 darker. If let's see what I'm doing. I'll move. You know what? I'll move the camera down a little bit. So I'm kind of all over the place, but I wanted this zoomed in so y'all could see what I was doing. Where's the bottom? Okay, that's the bottom. Do that. Okay. It's still off. Camera looks crooked. It's because it is crooked. What do you know? Ah, 1 second. Fix that. Okay. Do that there. Let me refocus. I'll refocus it towards the ground area. It's a very shallow depth of field, which means it's like it could be focused on one area of the painting and not the other area because it's at a slight angle. It's the same, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna go with it. You are full of very good questions today, by the way. I hear people mowing their lawns. I'm in the Midwest, and this weather is starting to seem strange. We should be freezing. Yeah, I'm gonna mow my lawn soon. Because I want to keep the lawnmower going because I might need it for the leaves. That. I'm still thinking about your questions. I am. Just not coming up with anything. Like, okay, so maybe I just need to like not think about it so much, because like in my mind I'm saying, oh well, I'd probably be a peasant someplace, life would be hard, I'd miss electricity. And that's the wrong way of going about a question like this. All right, I'm gonna say over in Persia it looked pretty sweet. Back, I don't know, whenever that was, Prince of Persia times, being able to fight like that, I'm just going off imagination. It doesn't need to be realistic. I love that. The lifestyle seems pretty cool. Yeah. And then also, but then when I see the K-dramas and you're going back to the 1400s, 1500s, that also looks pretty cool. But then you're having to deal with all these snobs and stuff. But people are people. That's like that in every single culture. But Koreans seem very uptight in a lot of ways. Asian culture in general. But that would still be pretty cool. Then, of course, there's like, you know, the King Arthur type you know, living, just being a knight and a warrior and stuff. That would be awesome back in the medieval times. Yeah. But not like Game of Thrones. That was probably too real for me. I don't know. Explain chroma is chroma. Chroma is essentially how colorful it is, how packed with the raw color it is. And I'll give you an example. This orange right here as opposed to this orange right here. This is orangish, right? This is orange. It has a higher chroma. Like down in here, this is not as high of an orange as this. So, like on our palette here, a good example is this yellow right here and this yellow. This is a very high, intense yellow as compared to this. Then we have our reds. This red right here compared to, say, a cadmium red. But when we're mixing tones, and like lights and darks, for example, this color right here, if I want it more like a higher chroma level, okay? I know it's blurry, but you can still see this. Say I want it higher chroma, like I want it a sharper orange, right? More potent orange. So I'll go through and I'll add a little bit of alizarin crimson and a little bit of cadmium yellow. And I am going to slowly bring the chroma level up. Just a little bit. My phone, but I don't even care anymore. And there you go. That's going to be a higher, it's kind of the same value. But you see, it's more color intense. And same, like the chroma, like if it's veering more towards the red, then you add more of the red. So it's just a fancy word, in my opinion. This is what I make fun of. We have all these names for things that it's good that we have them, but you could just say how colorful something is. How colorful is it, right? How colorful is. So the opposite would be if we try to gray something out, and we gray something out like this, I don't even care anymore. I would try to, like I would add, like adding black and white would gray it out, right? It would gray it out. So if say you have something that's very red, like say something's very red, you could gray it out by adding greens to it, right? Greens, and white and black will always bring the chroma level down as well. But you don't always want to put that in like the transparent areas. Black you can, but you don't want to be putting, is there charcoal down there? You don't want to be putting white into your dark midtones necessarily, and your black, because you want to keep that thin, transparent look that makes everything else contrast and pop. Right. But it would still do the trick if you want to like make something less high intensity color. A good substitute would be yellow ochre. Yellow ochre is not as, it's still relatively transparent, and it would still bring down the value. So, you know, kind of putting green into it, especially if the chroma, the color intensity is red. Does that make sense? How strong of a yellow, how strong of a red, how strong of a blue, how strong of whatever color you're doing. Like this would be kind of a medium chroma, right? Skin tones are soft, like you're gonna have, like looking on my forearm, and the fingers at the very bottom, especially right now, that's where you're gonna have the most color intense. But those are like, kind of like orangish pinks and browns and stuff, but then compare that to the intensity of my palette. See my palette? Just look at the wood on it. You see how color intense that is? It's the same colors, but it's just like they're much stronger. Skin tone is grayed out more, so you're gonna have more white, black, you're gonna have more balance of colors. It's gonna be kind of an in-between. It could be orange, it could be blue, right? More subtle, more, you know, it varies a little bit more. Like here, I know you got the idea. It's just a little bit in action. I'll show you this. So I'm trying to like bring the value down some. And so I could keep it here. And so when you mix between colors, just how it is, it becomes a little less colorful because of the balance of colors. And the reason why that is, within high midtones, you're not going to tell as much. Like high colored midtones, like these values right here, they're very similar, so they have a lot of color. But the color to black ratio here is way different. There's more black than there is color here. So when you shift this is more color to black than this is. So you're gonna shift this down, and the black is going to be a little bit too much for whatever color, like for the mid-tone color that you're mixing. So then what I do, I go in and I say, okay, I want more chroma, so I add more color, I make it more colorful, that's it. So that's how it works on the palette. So I can just come in here. What was I pointing at? I was pointing at right here. Okay, so between this value and this value, right, this black is gonna be too dominant for this right here, this color. You'll make a mid-tone and you can get away with it. But if you wanna keep a lower chroma, you just keep it here. But I normally come in with a little bit of color, make it more colorful. And so you get the value, how light or dark it is, and then you add the color. And it's a great way of preventing what a lot of people have a problem with, which is graying out, you know, in oil paint. It's how you, one of the ways you prevent it. And the next is application. Spooky music. Wow. Bring this down. Turn that piece. I was gonna mix a dark green, but I have some already. It's not that it's not hard to mix. It's just that if I can use this stuff here before it dries, that's a good thing, so. Add a little bit more red into this mixture here. There, okay. This one, it's my green. There we go. That's the green. I'll add to this. There you go. That's what we're doing. I essentially mixed ivory black and cadmium yellow, but I had some left, so I got to use that, which is good. And maybe I can take some of that. Okay. Start taking some of that green off too. Go here. 1, 2. And 3. There we go. So I have a more teal color, which is good for the sky. And then I have a more leaf green color, which is, there's gonna be some leaves in the foreground, so green. I'll take some of that color. It's actually a good pumpkin color. Actually, it needs to go a little bit darker though. You gonna give out candy or set up the sign that says "Not at home, go away"? We're gonna give candy out. Yeah, we'll give some candy out. Not home. It's mine. Pumpkins. Y'all can't see that one. It kind of cuts off on the side. I don't do much. Okay. Let's go in. I'm gonna turn my dagger brushes into darks, dark greens. It's not totally dark green. It's kind of a mixture. Warm it up some. Okay. Bring this one up. Bring this back. There you go. And redraw that. Pumpkin. This one I move closer. That's where I want that one. Shifting them over some. This one. Actually, I'll leave that there like that. That's fine. This here. It's there. It's over some actually. So shifting them over some. There we go. Okay. Try this. No, I don't have a website for selling my work. She said she might go to take a class session with you. Brian will be stationed next to her. Yeah. Well, I hope Shuri comes. She's always welcome. It'd be a lot of fun having her. She'd fit in with the class because it's essentially people just insulting, well, me the whole time. So I'm pressing in to keep that thin since I've done a lot of work on it. Because they'll stay, it's easier to control paint that's thinner than thicker. And then when you want it, when it's correct, then you can start layering it up. So it's just how it goes. Yeah. Just kidding. It's, okay. Gears, what's up? Reminds me of that painting you were working on last year with that girl who played WoW. I forgot her name. You're talking about that nude that I did that got me kicked off of Twitch. Is that the one? Let's get kicked off something. Bullshit. This is actually gonna work better. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun. Which, yeah, right? It's happened so many freaking times. I'm angry at them. I just think they're just jerks. And the funny thing is I haven't even been doing a nude figure drawing recently, which is what got me kicked off. They're okay with having these women in hot tubs, in bikinis. That is totally okay, but when it comes to art, no. Bunch of turd burglars. This is gonna be good. This be darker. Needs more color. Girl, that was, I don't know what she, yeah, crazy. Because that's a little dismissive, but the girl was a little bit hyper. She's always doing 3D renders of characters, demonic warlock, yeah. 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 I hope she's doing well. I really do. I hope she's doing well. She had some problems. She had some real problems. Poor thing. Doesn't look good. Let's try this. Yeah, I felt bad for her too. I really did. It was. Here's the problem that I have. I want to think that she was genuine. I really do. But, and I'm not saying she wasn't. But it's hard to tell if people are real people. Because there were so many weird things that were going on with it that I wouldn't say, definitely not on stream, there's no point. But there was a lot of very strange things that went on. And it started making me doubt whether or not this person was being sincere. And that doesn't, I'm not, like, somebody can be crazy but sincere. They're sincerely crazy. I didn't know if she was being sincere or if, it was like somebody just trolling me. Because it could have been a man. Like, you don't know who you're interacting with, and they would never get in Discord. Never heard them speak. And that's a red flag. Like, if somebody's really getting involved in the sense of, like, they're really crazy and they need help, and people around in that circle are trying to help. And it was very, that was a huge red flag. And that was and it ramped up really quick, all that stuff. Anyway, yeah. But I do hope that whoever that was, they're doing well. Even if they trolled, I always wish people good, and hopefully they don't pull that shit again. Like, trolling can be a really bad thing. Like just messing with somebody in that type of manner. Like, you got to know how to do it, right? It's like some instances it's just like, whatever, but okay, what do we got here? Okay. Just put the brushes down just for a second, stretch my hand. Whew. Flip this. Well, Gears, that crush thing. The thing is, I don't know about that, and it was just like, I said, either something broke within her. She was being sincere, or she wasn't. If she wasn't, because, like, there's, it just got very weird very fast. Like, there's just interactions on Discord just got very strange very quick. So she was either like something was going on there, or like she was sincere, or she wasn't. That's how it was, because it was so extreme and so crazy that I have never experienced that before. And she had like a supermodel picture of herself, and it's an actual Vogue model, but I don't know if that's like, I don't trust that. And it could have been, it's hard to say. That's my point. It's like, I'm not saying it was and I'm not saying it wasn't. It's just, it's hard to tell in situations that are just over the internet, And I hate saying that. It's very hard to discern what is going on without solid confirmation, especially when you step in the realm of things being really out of the ordinary. I mean, really crazy. Really crazy. So, yeah, and they want attention, and they're a lot of people who do, and they might be, like, you don't know people. Even, it's like, you always hear in real life, too, like, people are tested over a period of time, right? You can tell your friends, those who stick around, you know, in hardship and stuff, those are your friends. And, but even in real life, it's very difficult to figure those people out sometimes. And so online, how are you gonna do it? Like, again, it got so crazy that that's what made me question. I'm like, is this somebody who's just messing with me, or they're real, or they need help? And it was like, okay, well, what can you do if they need help? Well, you know, it was, for me, there was nothing I could have done. It's like, it was getting serious with them. I was like, you have to get help from your family. It's a hard thing. It's just a hard thing. It's just a very hard thing. Excuse me, guys. I'm yawning because I am tired. Oof. Jeremy, what's up? Jeff Bezos. Your real name is Jeff Biceps. Jeremy, I heard you streamed last night. I didn't know you streamed. What did you do? Did you play Call of Duty? COD? Or did you show off your impeccable WoW skills? Look, guys. Watch me Shadow Priest it up. Y'all can't see what I'm doing, can you? Nope. Right down with the brush. I saw a pic she shared with somebody years ago. Wonder if it was the same pic. One I saw looked like a nightclub or something. I don't trust people who... I don't trust people to begin with. You have to earn trust. I don't go through and automatically say, oh, they're bad people by extension. No, you have to be on guard these days. It's just how it is. It's unfortunate, and that's just reality. But like, it was just weird. Stupid song. I am kind of jaded, yes. Drawing on Rebellion, I accidentally unclicked the pasties layer, showed the tits, and didn't notice. QFX had to tell me, and after stream I got banned for like a day. Welcome to the club. That's pretty funny, actually. What are you gonna do? I know. What are you gonna do? That is funny, though. Good thing QFX was there. He was probably sad that he had to tell you that. He's like, I've been waiting so long to see boobies. Now I have my chance, but I have to tell her. I have to tell her. Remember Tommy Boy? David Spade? He's waiting to see that woman's tits. He's like, oh please, I've been good. I've been so patient, you know. He's like, oh, those are real. Such a funny scene. Was at the swimming pool, or he's spying on that chick in the swimming pool. Those are real. Please, I've been good. I've been good. What he says for God to answer his prayer. I've been good. As he's spying on this chick. Yeah, you freed the nip. You freed the nip. Trying to put some variation in there. Zerx, we gotta do some arena. Another self-portrait. You know your art. Well said. I was pretending to be you last night. I breathed heavily into the mic and kept saying Chroma. Were you? I want to see that. That's pretty funny. I breathe heavily. Probably do. Gears, do you want to do threes with us? I'm being dead serious. I think that the three of us could at least break 18. Will you do some PvP with us? Because we need help. We just got called out for sucking really bad in PvP in threes. As I did this in threes on the forums. We did the barred foot. You did the barred foot. We did the barred foot. What was this? That's awesome. Were you like impersonating me? Is that what you're doing with it? Oh, Zerx! Gears says he's down. Bruh. Let's do some threes. And we'll come up with a solid comp. We'll listen to what you have to say and I'll play whatever. We can try to push our rating. What I did, I had made a post. That's really funny, Shuttermia. I didn't know you were on. I would have watched it. You only get Dragon right now? Nice. Are you Devastation? Is that what you are? Because we could have... What would be a good comp for us to play? You need to get me... Gosh, this stupid thing. Get me gear. Gear? No one wants to play with me? I'll get you gear. Definitely I'll get you gear. I didn't think you were playing. I always say hop in Discord, hop in Disc, and you do sometimes. Like, I'll play with you. Devastation. Roar. Okay. All right. So let me tell you what we have. I can go red. I can go holy. Okay. Give me a second. This is Terry. 1 second. Terry, what's up? What's up? We are. Did y'all get the text on Monday or Tuesday? I should have texted the group. Yeah, we have it. We have it. Cool. All right. I'll see ya. Bye. Good. It's Terry. Stupid phone. Okay. So you have to stay up late like us as cool people? Sometimes I do, and then I regret it the next day. But okay, so what I was saying, I have a ret. I can go ret. I can go holy. I can go frost mage, but it's not good. I could go frost decay. Zerx can go a lot of things. Zerx can go Boomkin. He can go Resto Druid, but I know Resto's not great. At least in Shuffle. I don't know how it is in threes. He has a mage, but what would you want us to play around your Evoker? What would be ideal for you? I went to sleep probably around 11:30 last night, but I was like, I was gonna go to bed sooner, but then I said, well, I need to unwind, and so I forced myself to play for about an hour of remix. I think I did. Yeah, I did. I did some remix. But yeah. So, like, what do you want me to play? I did sleep, but I never feel like I have slept. Like, in fact, I'm kind of upset that I overslept today, which I woke up at 9 o'clock or something, which is crazy. And I know I needed that sleep, but I don't like that I sleep like that. Because I do wake up in the middle of the night to deal with my dad. I have to right now, so I'm normally up in the middle of the night. So it's not like I get the full sleep. I'm trying to remember the comps I was looking at. Okay, you let me know, because I don't mind. I just want to see what we can get. But to be honest with you, I would love in the future to try to push Gladiator with you if that's possible, because I bet you we probably could if we practiced together. I think we probably could if we got sweaty enough and said, okay, these are the classes we're going to play, right? I think we could do that. Check something here. There is a mausoleum I want to put in this. This was it, but I don't know how I'm going to make this look good. I am going to attempt this. Take this one. Feral, Dev, H-Pal. Zerx could go Feral. Feral would be very good. And it would give him a reason to play it. And he does have it set up, so he could do it. Is that the right one? Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Let's do this. Yeah, I'd like to do something like that. But Shirimiya, you should be playing some remix. It's actually a lot of fun, but you know, do what you want to do. Damn it. Nobody's saying anything. You gotta let me know when I'm not, when it's off the camera. You gotta do my job for me. There we go, that's what I'm doing, right there. I'm putting a mausoleum in. Oh! What you got? That's why we make new memories and knowledge of Legion. Demon Hunter Dev could be OP too. Zerx has a Demon Hunter. And I can always heal. Those were the two comps, was thing Feral Dev or DH Dev, probably any healer but Priest, I would think. Gotcha. Alright. Well, I'm all for it, man. I am all for it. I'd love to do some threes. It's really good practice. Very good practice. I'll play whatever. Because also you have so much knowledge, and every time I play with you with this stuff, like your calls, I kind of it teaches me what to look for. Because I have quite a bit of 2s knowledge at this point, but not 3s. Son of a bitch. What is wrong with me looking at this thing so good? There we go. Okay. Sherimiya. Play with me, okay? We'll get you some gear. I'll get you gear. I can heal. But we'll go in and when you know what? When is comp stop? No, that's not what we want to do. I'll do crates with you at some point. I'll do crates. But we can also I can also try to take you into arena. You just DPS, heal you. We'll get you some gear because you have. It's actually a good time and you can get it pretty quick. So I'll help you get stuff. Oh, good. Okay, tonight? I'll try tonight. I have my drawing class, so I get back late. Okay? Yeah, I know. Legion is a lot of fun. Legion is a ton of fun. Dude, my stream is so far behind right now. This can't be where it's at. Is that really how? Minus 45? Okay, wait. Wait a second, what is this? All the way forward. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 15, 16, 17, 20. It's about 20-25 seconds behind reality, which pisses me off, man. I don't know how to fix that. There needs to be a setting. You know what? I need to look this up. There needs to be a setting in YouTube. See, Twitch is like almost live. I am 25 seconds ahead of what you guys see in this, at least on my feed here. So, I am going to, I'll work on this a little bit longer, then I'm going to stop the stream because I got a couple things I got to do. But Mausoleum looks pretty sweet. Yeah, think of how I'm going to draw some of this stuff in now. But yeah, you should definitely be doing some Legion. I don't want the delay though. There has to be a way to get the delay off. Are you playing the graveyard of where your hopes and dreams? We're gonna get 2100. We will get 21. Zerx, we will get 2100. We're further along than we always have been. Here's what happened. Let me explain what happened. we got nut punched on the forums, and I think it got in my head a little bit, by a bunch of bitches who we brought up we said twos is neglected, and it is. I don't know how you can say that it isn't. Automatically, people don't take what I said, they just automatically insert words into my mouth and said, oh, well, you're just upset because you're a low rating. If you spent more time practicing than you did complaining, you would be a high rating like me. We started at the same time, blah, 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 and I'm further along. Like, this is what we got on the forums. And they were essentially shaming us for our threes rating, which is not good, but because we don't have anybody to play with and we never play. And we never even, I never even said that, like, I don't deserve the rating that I got. In fact, I could argue that, like, we should not be that high of a rating compared to who's playing right now. Like, we could make that argument. Anyway. I just want to say, we're doing a pretty good job considering who we're up against. And we're also further along than we've ever been, I think. Mass never responded to me, and Kenny said some dumb furry shit. Yeah, this is true. So, Kenny's the furry on the forums who's, you know, I like him, he's cool, but he's annoying. Nass is a one-time rank 1, and he's like a multi-glad. And he's always on the forums picking apart anybody who has anything bad to say, and then he says, then he discredits what you have to say in a polite manner, essentially by rating shaming you. That's what he does if you boil it down to it. And when you call him out on it and say, hey, look, man, this isn't what I'm saying, blah, 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 you know, he'll twist, like, he plays lawyer. He's really good at, like, taking everything out of context. But they obfuscate the point of what is being said, and I think it's purposeful, and I think they do it. Personally, I think that it has something to do with, I don't know, like, it makes you wonder why they're standing up for something that, like, who cares? I think personally that they probably carry and they have skin in the game. That's what I think. But Kenny does Gears, and then Nass. In fact, Zerx. Well, no, I'll link the post to you later. I'll show you what I'm talking about, and you can read what was said, because he even said, he's like, we started at the PvPing at the same time, and I am like, you know, look at my rating compared to yours. And I was like, it always comes back to rating with these guys. Like, you can't have a valid opinion if you're not like some rank 1/multi-glad player. And that in itself should be an argument saying how sweaty the game is. And then you say, it's not going to bring new players in, and the game is dying. And they said, oh, well, that's, you know, using that argument's weak. Like, you know, he had all this stuff. Like, it's just out of his mind crazy. And it's annoying, because then they start going through and shaming you, like, on the forums over this stuff. And one of the things Zerx is talking about, playing Glads at 1800 is rare, I know, because I spent a lot of time playing at that rating. He literally contradicts himself there, and Zerx said that. Like, he took what he was saying and totally, essentially I said, there are people playing down at very, very low levels that are multi-glads and like rank 1s, and there are, and Zerx, check PvPs, people, as you well know. We do, and it's just a good way of gauging what we're doing. Yeah, Gears, I know. Anyway, so, like, this guy's going through saying, "Oh, there's no multi-glads there," and I said, I think that you're so highly rated that you're forgetting the experience of players that are low rated, which is why they're not coming in. And he says, you're wrong. I spend a lot of time helping people and playing at that rating, like, and he capitalized a lot of people, like. Right there, he is saying that he is playing at that level right there to help carry people up. He says it. And there are a lot of people who do that. And that's my point, is like, in arguing against us, they're literally contradicting themselves and proving their own point. But getting back to it, you know, like temporarily got in my head saying, you know, maybe I am horrible, this and that, this, you know, for as much time as we spend, but that's not the case. That's not the case. In threes, sure, but we don't do threes. Yeah, you do, but Gears, we're talking about people who are just like they're crazy good. And here's my thing. I want to reiterate this for you, because I think you know my mentality, which is the same as Xerxes. We do enjoy playing those people because it makes us better. But it can be frustrating when it's just like, games can be frustrating. Sometimes you lose it. Fine. But most players, we've tried to bring people into Arena and they don't last at all because it's just too hard. And it didn't used to be this way before. It used to be you could get in there and there was a level, you know, like 1200s, 1300s, where you could just play. And that's not the case anymore. For you, it is. And Xerx and I, it is. We're good enough now, we can handle it. But you can't bring new players in. That was what I was saying. But it gets back to just rating shaming and saying, you know, like, it's bullshit. And that's the frustrating thing for me, is that you're trying to have a conversation here and then they're just shaming you. And so you can't have the conversation that you're trying to have. Like, debate me on those points, fine, but don't go and just discredit because of my rating and say you don't know what you're talking about. Like, that's not a good argument. Like, again, I enjoy playing against solid players. I want to play against those players. But at the same time, I'm frustrated that system is just so cracked that, you know, it's not going to be bringing in new people to play. You know, that's what's happening. You can get in, oh, Solo Shuffle did this. Fine. You know, Solo Shuffle had a lot to do with it, I'm sure. This back. Oh wait, no. I wanted to keep this here. There we go. Anybody that does Arena knows what's up. You're just arguing to an echo chamber of trolls. Exactly. You're right. You are 100% right. I agree with that. You are correct. You are correct. Yep, you are correct. And I put myself into it, so I can't really complain about that one. Dude, I'm telling you, I really think that those guys are doing like RMT or something. I think when things get this bad, there's a lot to gain from it. You know, it's an opportunity to make some money. So there are a lot of people who don't want to sit there and deal with that type of bullshit. They just want to get carried, and they're going to pay for it. That's what I think. So come play with us and you can carry us to a higher rating. I mean, I like the challenge. I really do. I know Zerx does, but we both get frustrated with his. It is extremely difficult. Arguing to troll on a forum is what gives Kryn his power. This is also true, Zerx. Zerx, are we gonna do any arena tonight? Seems like you were probably I've been tired this week quite a bit. We haven't played. I need to help Shadow Mia as well. We need to figure out how to get her on a regiment. What the hell is that? Yes, we will arena tonight. Good. Let's try this. This is very difficult, actually. Let's be more red. Ah, 1700, here we come. Yeah, Gears, we'll be on tonight. You're in California, right? I think you are. Zerx and I, okay, I'll be on probably 9:30, 10. Because I have my drawing class tonight. It's going to be later. Um, 9:30, 10, I'm thinking. Charlie's making comeback, Washington State. Yeah, so it would be 6:30 your time, right? 6:30. 6:30, 7 o'clock your time, which should be a good time for you, right? Unless you're eating. If you want to do some threes, try some threes. Gotcha. Oh. Ah. Put some pumpkins around this. I'm kind of partially making this up at this point. Out for now. Six. I'm gonna put our characters here. Somewhere around here. It's gonna be freaking sweet. It's gonna be awesome. It's going to be epic. Epic. You like that? Yeah, I think that's gonna look good. With the green, with the fell gear, did you change it up some? Some sweet mogs going on. Sweet. Okay. Now, is it going to I don't have a regular. This one. Let's see how this looks. Oh, no way, really? You got the tabard with it too? Let's check it out. Let's darken those steps, actually. Gray them out a little. A little bit darker down here. Sweet. Sweet. Yeah, Zerx made the tabard. Zerx, what is the tabard? Did we? Was it I forgot what it was. Zerx, you have to post your character now. You have to let the whole world know what the conch suckers are all about. It's just fashion. Conch suckers, we believe that your rating has everything to do with your mog. You sweet, sweet mog. Well, that doesn't work, does it? Yes, you are correct about that, Shitty Man. They do. Just a little bit torquing this up. So. Not sure if that's correct or not. It's hard to tell. Korosho, what's up, man? You want more main chest out? Zerx and I have already solved this dilemma. We came up with the ultimate Mog combo, and it's brilliant. And it can work with several different mods. Posted up a little bit more progress on the Lil Ping from my coworker's new granddaughter. Sweet, I'll have to check it out. The one outside. As for more sack yesterday, I wonder if it was me. That was pretty funny, actually. As for more sack. I turned the music off here. If it works, yeah. You felt the sack was way too small compared to what I've seen on your videos. Damn right. Yep. Yep. You know me all too well. We need more cowbell. More sack. Digitally enhanced. You bite your tongue. Journalistic integrity. No, you don't. You don't have integrity. Integrity sounds like some redneck name from that some girl would have in North Carolina. Integrity. Journalistic integrity. I'm fine with male enhancement. Sure you are. With the stuffed socks. Just I don't stuff socks. Look. Just kidding. That was me undoing my zipper. Never have it done anyway. Just kidding. That's horrible. Okay. This. Wait. Every time I use this, it screws me up. Every single time. Not it. Do that one. What time is it? 8:20, 4:24. I'm going to clean. In fact, I'm about to stop. I don't know why I got a new brush, but it's too late now. I'm going to clean because last time, the next time I have to clean is like 8 o'clock in the evening, and I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to go home. Don't you want to go home? That's your home. Whip it out. That wasn't me thinking maybe I should do it. Put him on the list. Banned for titty over here. Yeah, you did. You got banned for. Welcome to the club. Shit. I'm on your side. Shitting me out. That. Twitch has effectively lost my allegiance. Woo! I mean, at my place. This is my studio. This isn't where I live. I can't live and work at the same place. It's not healthy. gonna start cleaning up, so I don't need to do this at 8. Freaking 8. Like I always seem to do on Thursdays. Today is gonna be different. Here, I'll show you all I'll zoom out some so you can see how the whole thing looks right now. It's a little bit off balance, but I'll balance it off with something on the other side. Maybe a ghost. Shakari wants a ghost with it. Let's see how this looks. Let me see if I can get it here. Back a little. There you go. Okay. Go. All right. Look at that. There you go. It's coming along. This is a nice painting. This is fun. It's not like well painted yet. There's a lot going on in it. It's very meticulous. And I'm used to painting larger, but I really enjoy this type of painting quite a bit. This is very good practice too. Because like, this is a small painting. It's about this large. And, but you could take this and make a much larger painting with figures in it. And I'm using certain colors and lighting and all sorts of stuff. And it's very good practice for me specifically, this. So, giant garage. I mean, that would be kind of cool to have a giant garage like this. It would be. But no. This is not that. This is downtown from where I live. And it takes me about 5 minutes to get here. It's not long. Not that long of a trip. So I have my, where I live and where I'm living currently is back with my parents watching after mom and dad. But both those places are almost right next to each other. And that's about 5 minutes from here. So, it's, but I love this. I love working here. It's a really nice place. It's a good part of the town too. Very good part of town. This is the green. Okay. Shadrimia, tomorrow I'll be able to help you more probably than tonight. Because I think we're gonna, but you should hop in Discord with us if you want. But tomorrow night I'll be able to play. I don't think Zerx does. Zerx can't really play tomorrow, like on Fridays. So if you want to do some PvP, I'll do some PvP with you tomorrow night, and we'll try to get you some gear. This is okay. So. Put this here. Right? Yes. Mix that together. This works. We'll just do this. That's it. It's here. Yeah, but tonight you should hop in disc with us to make sure we don't get out of hand. It's fun having you too. It is. Like I said, I'll be on after class. Well, after a little bit after class, I have to get my dad to bed and stuff and eat. Besides that, right after that. This went there. Okay. Cool. Doesn't it feel great to be banned? Welcome to the club. You've been banned before, though. Twitch is stupid. That's probably one where you're like, yeah, I'm not even going to appeal this. Did you appeal? Or just try to give him more work? Every Woman's Day they ban you? Why? What do you do? Every Woman's Day they ban you. Oh. Gotcha. Yeah, and they probably upheld it and virtue signaled and sent you to the terms of service, which are constantly shifting and extremely vague. That one. While they had hot tub streamers up. A vibrator? What are you doing with a vibrator? You know what? It doesn't matter. Don't answer that. It was probably the vibrator I had. Everybody should know proper vibrator technique. I don't know. I think they think it's funny to ban me as a woman on Woman's Day. I get banned even if I don't do anything regarding BDSM. That is actually kind of funny. Yeah, what were that is what I asked, but when I asked it, I was also I became extremely apprehensive. This is proper vibrator technique 101. You need to know. Banned. What'd I do? It was just chilling, man, not hurting anyone. It was on top of my crop. Your crop? What do you mean your crop? What's up, QFX? Actually, people do need to know. I'm glad you. You see, you see. I know. I know what you're. I know where you're coming from. Back in the day, in the Navy days, I got kicked out of a strip joint along with some friends because we were underage. We weren't tipping the stripper. That's why. We say vibrator and QFX is summon. Exactly, exactly. He came right at that moment. Yeah, a crop, a horse crop for. What? Yeah, a crop, a horse crop for spanking. It was on top of my spanking crop. Dude, I didn't even know what that is. I don't know what. It's just a different world. Totally normal. It says you can show sex toys if you're educating. You see boobies and QFX. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Is that what they the things they do that with the horses with, the whip? I didn't know it was called a crop. I think that would hurt. Yeah, it was on top of my crop. It wasn't hurting anybody. They were probably said, well, you weren't educating people, it was just there. They were pissed off. You bring it. You bring like your traveling suitcase of toys to educate on the fly. A whip actually is different than a crop or a flogger. See, I don't know. I don't know. Or a paddle? Okay. Yeah. Cap and no cap. Mia, that is a world I am very unfamiliar with. But it's very entertaining listening to you and all the woes. I'll be right back. I need to clean these brushes. It's a full case of fun. Oh. The craziest stream. Crazy. Crazy. see showing me illustrating a children's book on BDSM. I can see it. You teach me barks, I'll teach you toys. I'll teach you barks. You don't need to teach me toys. My forum post? Which one? Oh, the recent one? I was asking about, did you see? I did 2 of them. One of them, they were rating shaming, but this one I was just, where is that comment? I don't see it on chat. Which comment? For the paddlings. Teach me toys. About the children's book thing is... No, I made that up. That's me talking. Thank you for your clarification. 18 over. Say it for YouTube. YouTube, I'm not one you need to be worried about. Don't worry. Damn right. Oh, it's funny stuff. That is too funny. It is funny. It is fun messing with Shorimiya. He's fun. No, shut up. It's always something. Oh, I know. That is smart. I will say. Hey, I had parental permission eventually. Look, I'm pretty old school with stuff, and children are probably safer with me than anybody else. It's true. This class is pretty safe. We're pretty good. It's actually it is a professional class, even though we go off the rails. What time is it? What time is it? Do I have time? We're making good time. Perfect. Good, good, good. I'll be able to actually eat something when I go home for change. You know, I don't eat lunch, and that's a problem. I've never cracked that code. It's always a hard one. What do we eat for lunch? I know breakfast, I know dinner, not lunch. Could use a lunch. Art classes are different than BDSM ones for sure. Very good observation on that. Huh. On further inspection, art classes and BDSM classes are different. Not sure the GOAT would give this permission for that. What are you talking about, the GOAT? My boy. It's my boy. Oh no, I have to eat lunch. I am aware of this. It's a problem. See, I am very extremely self-defeating. I have noticed this. Small little things would help. Eating lunch would be one. But I don't eat lunch. That is an issue. Can't figure out what to eat. Yeah, he does. He did, yeah. He's sitting there. He's just like, get out of here. Because he sits there, you know. Well, I'm sitting, you know, just in there. It's nice. And then he's always standing like this. And sometimes I have to like stand with both my legs here, and because he's trying to get out, so he's trying to move. So if he's right there, I'm just blocking with my legs. I'm just like this, but I can't see anything because he's right there trying to escape. But most of the time, he's just kind of standing up, which is good for him. He's just standing, staring forward. And he was just like this, and then this kid screams. And it was a quick scream, like, no, like something like that. And Dad's like, get out of here, you know, and it got totally quiet. I was cracking up. It was so perfect. Get out of here. Yeah. Permission for BDSM. Yeah, you have to sign a waiver, a permission. Can you imagine if like I gave parents a permission slip and it said permission for BDSM, but this is a drawing class? Look, we're just covering our bases here. The goat can't consent to anything, QFX. No, he can't. He has tried to escape before. That's why you gotta... Look, dealing with him... I don't know if people believe this, but he's very strong, and it is a wrestling match the entire day. It just goes on and on. It does not stop. It continues. It's a continuous wrestling match, and that's how he gets his exercise. That's how he fights me every step of the way. That's what he does. Where did he try to? He just tries to get out of the church if he can. Like, he's always trying to, like, if we're, you know, when we're in church, he's trying to get up and leave the pew. But, like, go on Saturdays, because I can't make it in the mornings. He and I used to go very early on Saturday morning. It's nice getting up, Sunday mornings. It's nice getting up on Sunday and just going. And then you have the rest of your day to yourself. We would go 7:30 Mass. Now we go it's 5:30 on Saturdays, because it's the only, what did I say before? We went Sunday Mass 7:30 a.m. Now we go 5:30 p.m. on Saturdays. And I'll have to sit in the back with him. Like, we pull chairs up because he'll steal people's belongings. One time, this happened a couple months ago, he stole somebody's phone. So it was still warm outside. After Mass, I went home, fixed some food, fed him, and then I went out on the back to smoke a cigar with him. I had him belted down and everything, and when I did, I pulled out of his pockets I thought it was Mom's phone, and I said, this is a nice new cover she has. It was somebody from churches. He stole it from them. And fortunately they showed up when I was inside the house where I could hear the doorbell, because they showed up. They're like, is our phone here? I was like, no. They said, weird, because we tracked it to here. I was like, wait a second. Because I had brought it inside and put it on Mom's desk. And so he takes things. So I have to be careful. You have to always watch him. He's a ninja. Like, he's quick. You never see it coming. Stupid thing. It worked? So you're not banned anymore? I'm actually impressed with that. You know what? Good. This is good. That doesn't work. Why did I do that? Whatever. Fix it later. Glad that doesn't work with this. Ah, damn. That's how you fix it. Look at that. It's going with the fingers. Go back with the brush strokes that I like later. That stuff I don't mind as much. Cool. Needs some work still. Block those pumpkins in, block this stuff in. See, now I need to start refining everything. It's okay. This is good. It's in a good place, actually. I'll just spend more time on this than I thought I needed. I'll have to start juggling between this and... Y'all can't see it. You still can't see it. That painting back there. Yeah, that's awesome. Good job, Shuttery Mia. Yeah, this is bullshit. But hers was an accident. But you know what? I'm innocent too. I didn't do anything. Yeah, I got indefinitely suspended. And then they lifted it eventually, but it totally tanked my channel. Stupid. This is dumb. Guys, I gotta run. I might stream tomorrow, I might not, we'll see. I like this. This is fun. I'm having a good time with it. Not like pleased with how I'm painting, but this is good practice. This is good. I like this. Lots of fun. Anyway, I'll see you guys.